Hey guys, good morning. I am Brian and welcome to my channel. Got a quick video for you folks if you're interested. While I sit around and wait for my truck topper or truck cap, whatever you want to call it, to get here, I've started to kind of figure out what all I want to put inside the truck and some gadgets and gizmos that I'm buying along the way, so I'm ready to go as soon as that thing gets here. And the most important thing that I can think of is heating and cooling. Now, that's a stretch because I'm not going to have any air conditioning in there, so cooling is not really going to happen. I guess airflow is more what I should say. I was looking for some 12-volt fans, and the only thing that I came across, and most of them are like the little 3-inch USB powered desk fans that you hook into your computer. So anyway, I found this O2 Cool fan. It is a 10-inch fan. It's powered by 6 D-cell batteries, or it came with an AC charging brick with a 5521 barrel adapter on the end of it. I thought that was cool, but I didn't want to have to use AC powered inside my truck bed. I would either want to use 6 D-cell batteries or find a way to use the 12-volt power on some of my battery banks. Now, this is the Tenergy 320. Guys, basically it's the exact same thing that I can tell as the Jackery 300. It might not be made as well, I don't know, but I've done some internal tests on this thing and it works just as well, and it was $100 cheaper. And it actually comes with some of these 12-volt barrel inputs that my Jackery 300 does not have. So I don't know, it might be a good buy. $199 on Amazon right now. So, and 300 watt hours, regulated 12-volt. Anyway, this is not a review on this thing. I wanted to show you guys what I found. So this fan's awesome. It is super lightweight. It's very thin. It's going to fit under my bed that I build to put in the back of the truck bed, which is why I really got it. The only bad thing is it doesn't articulate. You can't fix the angle. That's the only bad thing. But with it being so light, you can pretty much probably affix some Velcro somewhere on it or tie it up to an angle you want. I don't know. But what I wanted to show you guys when I finally get there is, again, I wanted to run this off of 12-volt power and not just rely on the D-cell batteries. So the package only came with this AC adapter. So I started thinking, why can't I just convert this to DC? Or not convert it, but make a DC plug. So what I did was, I had a little pigtail, a little 12-volt cigarette-style pigtail laying around, and I attached a 5521 barrel adapter. I soldered the ends together and just created a real short, just for testing purposes, just a real short cable. And what I found was really interesting. And some of you electricians out there will be laughing at me or let me know why this is going on. But if I plug this into the fan and then I plug this into the battery bank, I turn on the DC power, it's running very well. It is on high right now, and I hope you guys can see the watts that it's pulling. Looks like it's about 8 watts, right? Up to 10. Okay, and that's on high. On low, we are looking at hardly any. It's gonna go between 2 and 4 watts probably, and that's on low. So the cool thing is that it works. So I can use some of my cheaper homemade DIY battery boxes like this. Let me unplug this. So here's just a cheaper homemade battery box that I built. It's got a 16 amp hour lithium battery in it, and it is nothing special. It's just mainly used as a backup. Got your standard voltmeter, a couple of lights on it. If you're epileptic, look away. Just in case I need this for any type of emergencies, but that's on there. But mainly it's just got my 12-volt power sockets for charging phones and whatever. This doesn't have an AC outlet. I don't have an inverter in this thing. So this is kind of a backup, but I wanted to make sure that this fan, in the event, I had to use this thing, it would work with it, and it does. So, perfect. I'll have plenty of battery to run this thing for over a weekend. Absolutely no problems asked. So what got me thinking and why this is happening is you saw that thing on high was pulling about 10 watts. When I plug in the actual AC adapter to this thing, and I always thought plugging in, the AC adapters into these battery boxes, it turned on the inverter inside the battery boxes and it actually used more watts. Well, this is the opposite, and I don't know why. So I've got it plugged in here to the AC outlet. I'm going to turn on the AC power, and we're gonna turn this thing on, and it's on high now. And it's about half the speed on high as it is running compared to running it on DC power. And it is only pulling on high on AC 6 watts average. It'll go up and down, but, and that's again on high running on DC power, on AC power, excuse me. I'm running at 5 watts now, so I'll put it to low. And now we're pulling between 1 and 3 watts. There we go, focus, come on, there we go. Pulling 3 watts on low. So I just found it interesting that running it on AC with the inverter turned on in the battery box actually pulls less watts. With the downside is this fan's not near as powerful running on AC. I wish I was an electrician. I wish I knew all the internal things going on with this, but the good news is I can run it 2 different ways. I can run it on DC and I can run it on AC. Now I don't know if running it on DC's, direct current's going to affect the motor, but this is a $19 fan. If it burns out in a year, I think I'll be okay. But I'm glad the fact that I can use both. I just found it really interesting that the power that this fan pulls is different on AC and DC, and I thought that running it on AC would cause it to have more watts being used from the battery bank, but I was wrong. So if you guys know why that is, let me know, because again, I thought having to turn this inverter on would actually cause it to pull more, use more juice out of the battery box than running it straight DC, but it doesn't. So just a quick kind of tip, I guess. I don't know what you even call this video, but this is a great little fan. I'm glad I found it. This is going to be my main power source in the truck. Again, this is 300 watt hours. And then this is going to be kind of my backup to that. And this is, again, just a little one that I made, nothing special. I can charge my phone. I've got the cigarette adapter style, and I've got the 5521 power plug up top too that I can use if I had an accessory. I could plug in the barrel adapter to the top of this thing. So I've got all the power ports that I need for the back of that truck. But again, just a quick, what's going on here, guys? I don't know. So anyway, until next time, we'll see you soon.